Today I'm going to take you through the process of making homemade pumpkin pie from fresh pumpkins. It's not very difficult and it's well worth the time. Start by washing the outside of the pumpkins well. Scrub with some warm water until all the dirt is washed off and dry with a dish towel. Use a sharp knife to cut the pumpkin in half, starting from the top of the stem to the bottom of the pumpkin. Here's a peek of what your pumpkin should look like on the inside. Use a spoon to remove the seeds and stringy flesh from the pumpkin halves. You should now have 2 empty pumpkin halves ready to be baked. Place pumpkin halves flesh side down on a baking sheet. Add just enough water to cover the bottom of the sheet. Use a sharp knife to pierce several holes in each pumpkin half. Bake pumpkins in the oven for about 25 minutes at 375 degrees or until the skin and pumpkin flesh are tender. Once baked and removed from the oven, allow the pumpkins to cool flesh side up on a cooling rack. After the pumpkins have cooled for about 5 or 10 minutes, use a fork and scrape the flesh into a bowl. Next, scoop the pumpkin into a blender or food processor and puree for about 1 minute or until the pumpkin is creamy and smooth. Repeat this process until all the pumpkins are baked and pureed. Fill several small containers with puree to refrigerate for Thanksgiving pies or freeze for later. Measure out how much you will need for each recipe and mark each container so that when the time comes you can simply defrost exactly what you need. Pumpkin puree can be great for pumpkin muffins, pumpkin breads, or pumpkin soups. Don't forget about those seeds. After the seeds are washed and dried, place them in a single layer on a baking sheet. Drizzle vegetable oil and salt and mix thoroughly using your hands. For a sweeter treat, sprinkle with cinnamon, sugar, and agave. Bake in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, checking and stirring every 7 minutes. Pumpkin seeds are a delicious snack and an excellent source of iron. Substitute your fresh pumpkin puree for canned pumpkin or canned squash in recipe and enjoy your fresh pumpkin pie.